How's it going, everybody? This is Kyle from the UA Playbook. I'm back here with another deck profile. With the newest set, Fullmetal Alchemist, releasing on the 25th of this month, I figured I might as well give you a little bit of an insight. It might be a little bit too late, but maybe not, if you're just trying to get into the game. But I'm going to give you a deck profile on what 2 structure decks of the Fullmetal Alchemist can get you. With that being said, let's get into the deck profile. Alrighty, start things off with 0. Now, this is only including stuff that you can only get within the structure decks. So that would require you getting 2 of the structure decks for Fullmetal Alchemist. Starting things off, let's start off with the 0s. I'm running 4 Tyrese Outlook. She produces you additional energy by tapping her down, I believe. Yep. And then she gets removed at the end of the turn. So, very good. Very good. In fact, she doesn't get removed at the end of the turn. It's until the end of the, until the end of turn. Yep, to end of turn. So she produces you 2 energy till the end of turn. So she sticks around for a little bit. If you ever watched anime, you can get that joke. She sticks around just for a little bit. Sad to stay, so to stay. And then we run 4 Winray Rockwell. She states she has 1 character in your front line, and it gets plus 1,000. Actually, 1 character on your field. It doesn't have to be on your front line. And it gets 1,000, and then it has a trigger to draw cards, so we're running 4 of her. Then we run 4 Edward Elric. Has a trigger to get to hand and is a raid target for something later on in the deck profile. Alright, so that does it for the 0s. We're running 12-0. Moving on to the 1-drops of the deck. So we're going to run 2 Vans. Basically what he does is when he comes into play, bounce back or wireless back to your hand, or he doesn't get the stay, and he produces you 2 energy. He has no trigger, though. Just a 2 generator energy guy for you for 1. 1 AP for you. Then we're running 4 of the Alphonse, Alric. So this card's very interesting. Has an active trigger to restand something and give it plus 3k. As well as active main. Switch to resting. Switch to and then you sideline this card. Place 1 Edward Elric card without raid from your sideline face up under a non-rated Edward Elric with raid on your front line. If you do, switch that character to the active. So let's just say, you have a Edward out there that has been tapped down or whatever, for whatever reason, or doesn't have anything underneath him. You could restand him, giving him another character to play with. Kind of nice. Also, as time will go on, in this structure deck, there is no rated character for Alphonse, but in the sets for Fullmetal Alchemist, there is. So that does it there for him. Then we're going to go on to the 2-drops. I'm running 2 Maze Hues, draw trigger, and then switch to resting. Choose 1 character other than this character. On your field, it gets plus 1,000 till end of turn. So it's just a BP bumper, so you can boost up something, be able to swing for higher damage, as well as being just a 2-drop of draw card trigger. Kind of good. Then we're running for the 3-drops. I'm running 2 of this Alphonse. He has Nullify Impact, as well as it being a 3,500, as well as an active trigger to restand something and give it plus 3k. Kind of generic, kind of nice to have, being able to be a 4,500 with Maze Hues or something else like that. So kind of nice. As well as having Nullify Impact. Again, this is a budget deck, everybody. Then we're running 4 of the Edward Elric. So what it states is when played, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, place any number of them to the top and the bottom of your deck in any order, and top, and then you can place the other cards to the sideline if you don't like it. So you don't place it to the bottom, you can either keep them both on top, place them in any order, or sideline a card from it. Or you can sideline both, I believe, technically speaking. So yep, he also produces you 2 energy on a 3k stick. No trigger. Alright. I believe the last 3-drop that we are running is 4 of this Alphonse. So he is a 3,500 plus. So when played, this character if this character is played with one of your abilities, you get the draw card. So there's going to be abilities within this deck that can play him. Activate main, place 2 cards from hand to your sideline, and then once per turn, switch this character to active. It gets plus 500 until end of turn. So essentially, he can become a 4k body. Also letting you a card when he comes back from like the sideline from another character's ability. Kind of cool, kind of good, and also is an active trigger, so it can restand something and give it plus 3k. A lot of cool things, even though this is just a budget deck. Then I'm running 3 Izumi Curtis. So this is for the 4-drops. During your turn, this character gets plus 500, so she becomes a 4K. Activate main up on front line. Place one card from my hand to the sideline. Choose one character. Choose one Edward, Ehrlich, or Alphonse on your field and switch to the active. So you restand an Edward or Alphonse, so you can get an additional swing with her out. Kind of cool. That's a 4K, 3,500 on your opponent's turn. Kind of nice. Kind of interesting though. It's interesting to say the least. Then for the last 4-drop of the deck, I'm running 4 of this Edward. What it states is it comes in, you raid on top of an Edward, it has impact 1. When played, you may perform look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Go to one character or site card among them and add to your hand. Place your remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. If you place a card, if you do, place one base card under this rated character into your sideline. So the card that's underneath him goes to the sideline. So if you added a card, you have to get rid of something from underneath them. So it's going to help you be able to do that. Like I said earlier, being able to keep things underneath your Edwards, being able to proc their effects with very little negative effects, drawbacks from it. Really good, and he's a raid. That does it for the characters. Let's move on to sites. I'm running 2. Rock Bell House. It is a trigger, gets a hand, and then when played, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to one character of Ehrlich or Rock Bell in its name and add them to your hand to place remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So it can let you find Winray, it can help you find Edward, it can help you find Alphonse. Kind of nice, as well as producing you 1 energy. Then I'm running just as in events, 2 Let's Go Home. What it states is add up to 1 Edward Ehrlich or 1 Alphonse Ehrlich from your sideline to your hand. Play up to 1 Edward Ehrlich or Alphonse Ehrlich with fulfilled energy requirement, with fulfilled required energy and 1 AP from your hand set to resting on your form, or perform a raid with it. So you could grab back the Edward right here and perform a raid with it if it requires the energy to do it. So very nice. Kind of helps you recycle things from your sideline. Then we're running for specials. 4 Fullmetal Alchemy. It can KO something with 3,000 or less, as long as you have an Edward out. It can KO something with 5,000 or less, and while in life, you just KO anything for no reason. Very good. It's not even for no reason. It's just anything up there doesn't have any BP requirements, just can sideline it. As long as the character doesn't have a statement stating otherwise, like Saitama or something like that. So kind of cool. And then the last card of the deck, we're running 4 of the Equivalent Exchange, which is your final, so it can restand 2 APs, or if it's the last card of your life, you don't lose the game outright. With that being said, let's get into conversating on some other things that are going to be happening with this deck. So obviously, with that being said, this is just with 2 structure decks from the Fullmetal Alchemist. Now, this is what I think is the best way to play with it. That's all you have. But going forward, we're going to be getting a color trigger, Alphonse, as well as which is an SR in the Fullmetal Alchemist set, as well as another Edward Ehrlich. That's going to help you be able to play out other things. So those are things that are going to be automatic includes into this deck, as well as other 0-drops, things like that. But pay attention, and you can check those out on 2cgplayer.com. And they'll have everything available there for you. Another thing that I want to bring up. So if you're in the local area of Michigan, of Otisville, Michigan, we are going to be having a case tournament for Fullmetal Alchemist at Galaxy Busters in Otisville, Michigan on Sunday, August 10th. If you all would like to participate in that, that is what's going to be happening on August 10th on Sunday. With that being said, the UA Playbook is signing out.